Hey everyone, it's Adam here, and today we're going to be talking about Squarespace. So, as you know, Squarespace is very similar to Wix in how it's a closed network builder, it's a website builder. But in reality, there's a lot of nuances, a lot of differences in how they approach it and how they look at it. So, today, what I want to do is I want to take a look at the accessibility, the usability of Squarespace. I want to take a look at the technical side of things. How can you do it from an SEO standpoint, from coding, from integrations? Take a look at how are you able to build and what are you able to build with this? Like what is it actually good for? And then the long-term viability, meaning is this website builder of Squarespace going to be useful for you now and in the future as your business grows or as things change and become more complex? Today, I'm going to be taking a look at that by building a website as you follow along, and hopefully I can make something that looks pretty good. So let's take a look. So as you can see here, we're on the home page for Squarespace. Already right from the get-go, I noticed some drastic differences. There's not as many options as what we saw previously with Wix. They have quite a few different options here. I see that they have a few outside of website realms like marketing, different integrations with like scheduling, Unfold and whatnot. So and Unfold looks like it's something for social media and external pieces of that. So I'm not going to dig into all those pieces. I do want to note that that is intriguing. I do like that you can get a domain, you can build a website. They have online stores here. So it is very focused on what I would like to build, which is an online store, which is very much how I approached it with Wix and how I'm going to go about it. So let's get started here and let's have some fun. So right from the get-go, after you log in, after you sign up, what is the goal for your website? So you can type this in, or you can say skip the templates. Right now, I'm going to type in online shop, and let's hit continue. And after it loads, one of the biggest things I'm noticing right here is the fact that it's not asking us any more questions. It's jumping right to templates. It's like, take a look at this, see what you think of this, and you're getting right into it. And it's showing you what you could do. I like this, that it's not trying to beat around the bush. You're not trying to do too much here. I am noticing that there's a little bit different of, templates. There's not many options here. They're limiting you, but there's enough for you to really get a good comprehensive perspective on where you want to go. So, for me, you could also check out popular designs. You can take a look at portfolios. It depends on your business type. For me, I'm building an online store. I'm going to stay within the realm of the online stores, and I'm going to take a preview here. And I just want to take a look. The really cool thing here is right away I see that you can preview it from a mobile perspective to see how it looks on mobile, all the way to desktop and tablet in between. You can take a look at what elements are already there. What are they trying to do from a template? What are you starting with? You can see it. I really like the layout of this already. I'm going to start with this design. You click start with this design. It says I need to log in or create an account. I've already created an account, so I'm gonna log in. And that way, everything will come together pretty quickly. It goes from clicking get started, asking you what your focus is, or you can click on templates, selecting a template that are easily categorized for you. And then it goes into welcome to your site. What are we going to name it? I'm going to name this one today, I love ginger beer. Going to stay on the ginger theme. Shout out to the ginger beer. So let's continue here. We can edit pages. It gives you a little bit of a walkthrough on how things work. It shows you what you can do to edit your page. You can create pages. There's design. It kind of walks you through these side of things here. So I'm a big fan already of the fact that I can see simply the pages on my website, and I can go back and I can see the design. And this is usually where I want to start. I'm seeing right now that the fonts I can edit. I can see a lot of different practical areas here of right now I'm in Poppins. I don't really want to change the font, but that's where I could change it. I can change the colors. I can change buttons and spacings, and honestly, I can even tweak the 404 page. There's a custom CSS element here if I want to add a little custom CSS. We're not going to get into that today, but there is the ability to do that. I really like that. And I think that's really, really strategic in how it goes. So right from the get-go, there's two things that I'm noticing. One, go in, you can set up your pages, you can add a new page, you already have main navigation set up, and you have your other non-linked home page. If we wanted to link that in, I believe, yep, you can just click and drag that, but you also don't have to add it to your menu. So this is a non-menu items. These are menu items. Let's click on our shop. Let's take a look at our shop page here quick. We're gonna jump back. So here, it's just a basic grid, and we can basically just go from here in how we look at the products, how we're looking at the page here and how it's loading. Nothing too special. If we click on a product, image left, okay, so I do see, okay, it allows you to, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard. There's no signifying arrows, but you can intuitively kind of change through them. A little description over here, add to cart, pricing. Very basic. I'm sure if you edited this page, you could see, you can see more information down here, probably for space for that. I do see that you have a preview and next option, which is pretty fascinating to go kind of, instead of at the bottom, like you like this product, there's an ability to just kind of scroll through them, which, and I don't know if I like that, but it is nice to have as an option so that people keep going through and they don't have to keep going back and back again. So right here, right now, one of the biggest things that I'm seeing is I need to edit my site. So if I click on the home page and I want to edit it, I can click on settings here. I have a general settings, which I can basically use to set up the SEO. I can set my social image, which is basically whenever it's shared on Facebook or Twitter or Pinterest or something like that, this is the image that would be found and seen. I can add code specifically to this page and the header if you want to add in Google Analytics, Tag Manager. I don't know if I would edit there. Add that there. I probably would. Honestly, I think if I'm looking at this right, if you go to settings and then advanced, probably, yeah, this is where you could do, I think you could do code. Yeah, this is where you could add it for full length. And the way I got there, I mean, I'm just using this. I haven't built a website from scratch with Squarespace. I have edited a few websites, just for full disclosure on this. So it's not my first time seeing this interface, but some of these things are pretty new. Things they've updated and changed. You can add some external API keys. There's Squarespace API, so if you want to integrate other third-party plugins, SSL and other things, which is really good. It's all here. I like that you can connect email and billing, domains, all of this, language, business information, permissions, all of that is in settings and then under advanced, of course. If you want analytics, it looks like that Squarespace has their own analytics. Marketing, they just talk more about SEO and things like that. So it's good. I think there's a lot of promotion, a lot of push abilities here. Email campaigns, I think that integrates with their own email. Commerce side of things, you can check out inventory, customers. So it's cool that you can see this. I'm going to stay majority here and I'm going to edit my website on the home page here. So let's take a look at if I can edit this. I don't know. It's not letting me. This is interesting. So I want to edit my home page. Let's go back. I want to edit my home page. But am I able to edit it? Oh, here we go. Now I'm editing. So this allows me to do the same. This is just settings. Okay, now I can edit header. Okay, so it just took a moment. I'm not sure what's happening here. I just changed the header. If that happens, I'm sure, yep, can delete that. I think I accidentally clicked the button here and it added a new header. I want to edit the site header here. We have the logo in the middle. We could change the layout. To be honest with you, maybe flip it around, change it like that. I kind of like that a little bit better. Let's just go with that one. The header layout is what we just edited. The site title and logo, I already have this in there. If you have an actual image, you can upload the logo there, it seems like. Elements, okay, so if we want to add a button to our, okay, cool. So if we want to add a button, shop, right? We could have actually the shop there, and we can remove that. We could link it from here and there, or we could have this as contact. I'm just going to put it as contact for right now, not to be too confusing, but we're going to leave the link just as is. Just put in a placeholder. Social links, I think, are always great. Depending on if you have them, if you don't need them, you can always get rid of them, you can put them back. And cart is great if you're selling products. I'm going to leave that there. Colors, transparent. Okay, so this is where we can change if you want to have transparency. It always looks good if you have great images, but if you want to change the background color and be something different, off-white or something like that. I'm going to leave it as transparent right now, but that's really nice that you can actually tweak the header and be able to change the background color. I don't know why it hasn't reverted yet, to be honest with you, but I think I'm going to go back and edit the header and see if it changes. It hasn't gone back on me. That's weird. There must be a little glitch here because it should be going back to transparency, but we'll see. Let's take a look at mobile. Take a look at this menu. It's not quite working for me on mobile. I'm going to be honest with you. Not sure why. So again, I'm going to hit save on the changes. Let's get out of mobile view. There could be a reason why it's not working. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit back. Let's take a look at mobile again. You know why? There's probably because we don't have them. I'm not quite sure why it's not working, to be honest with you. It's a little bit frustrating. I'm seeing that the updated headers now come through. So we're seeing the transparency again. I do like that you can go in and you can edit the header easily. You can take a look at mobile view, you can test it. I'm not quite sure why the mobile menu is not working right now, but that's great to know now so that you can hopefully go and fix it. Here's the text. If we wanted to edit it, we can just click on it and click Pickle Perfection. Or if we want to tweak the button, and instead of shop now, we have learn more. We can change the text easily. We have a link here if we want to switch it to somewhere else. We have alignment. All awesome. I think right here, if we wanted to tweak the header, if we're looking at editing this whole piece, we would definitely change the page, the settings here, I believe. And then if we go into advanced, no, we go into, I'm trying to figure this out, where we would change this image and oh, you know what? Background. There we go. It's right here. So, yep, this is where we would, curious if this is interesting. So getting distracted by that, but essentially, you can click the format here, how it lays out, how you want it to be, width, the height, if we want it more medium, this is full screen, alignment of that, and then the background is where you can add image, you can add a video, it seems here. If we wanted to add our own image, let's just click replace. This would actually allow you to upload it, but if you also add an image from, like for example, if we go up here, we click this plus sign, and then we were to be headlines, let's click on make it stand out. I believe we should be able to add our own image per se, but I don't really know how to get there. But it seems like that you can edit the image, you can replace the image if you have an image ready to go on it. There is a way if we added, I believe, let me delete that. Now let's go down here and let's delete this image quick. Yeah. And then let's say we want to add a new image. Let's go up here and add a new block. So images, right? This is fascinating. I'm not liking this as much. I do like the different size images. It kind of makes it a little more fun, to be honest with you. But I'm having a little bit harder of a time adding specific elements to my sections here. So you have your section, and this is pretty much an entire, there's no text here. I mean, essentially it's just an image. This is an image with text here. I'm not able to edit it as easily as I thought I should be able to. Let me see here. And let me just hit save and go back here and just see if I can edit it a different way. Fascinating. It's not something, I like the fact that you can change the image here, you can tweak the text. I want to add a new image here, but it seems to be difficult to add an image for some reason. And I should have the ability to add in a new block, right? Text. If I want to add in a new, right? This is almost a new section, but I can click and drag it wherever I want to go. And I can kind of change the size of it. So overall, you can add new images. You can add in. You definitely can edit this image. I'm looking at it right now. Image editor, design. If they want to add, you can change how it looks. There's animations, content, where you're getting it from, right? So there's a lot of options here in terms of adding images. I do believe you can add external images, if I'm not mistaken, from third-party sources like Unsplash. When you want to upload an image, I'm gonna hit cancel here. You don't just have to upload your own. I do highly recommend uploading your own, but it looks like for right now, if you're using just a demo, if you're using a template, why not use what's already there? But if you're doing it for a client or you're doing it for yourself, obviously you don't want to use stock. You want to use something that's personal, that looks like you, and is also, you don't have any copyright or infringement issues, which definitely don't take something that's not yours. So overall, let's go back to here. So one of the biggest things I'm seeing is you can do design, and you can basically edit the fonts, colors, buttons, spacing, all of the design related items. If you want to look at the blog post and how they look, what you want to show for metadata, all of that is here. And then if you want to actually add a new page, so it's like we add a new page to navigation, and we want to add in, use the page layouts, and we want to make an about page, and we want to have it look like this. So we can do about page. We can actually move it down the menu to the last one after blog. We already have it pre-made, so it has text in here. We can edit this page, and we can click on the text and just change it how we wish, images and whatnot, and hit save. And boom, we have a new page that's about us, and it's in our menu here. So from the start, a few things that were frustrating for me is it seemed like it was a little glitchy, a little buggy, and this could be the template that we're using. It could be just the builder and not performing very well. But overall, it's doing what we wanted to do. I am a little bit confused on maybe it's this template of being able to edit specific elements or add in elements. But it definitely on an intuitive side, from building up pages to getting new items in the menu to the design side, you definitely can tweak and change it how you want. From a commerce standpoint, you obviously can set up everything you need for buying and selling. I will say that it seems basic, like there's not everything you're going to need here, but all of your bases are covered. You might not be able to do everything you want, but everything you need to be able to do at the bare minimum will be covered, is what it's looking like. Just looking at it from a practical standpoint, it seems very intuitive. If you know what you're doing and you know what you want to have on the website, you can go and replace the text, you can replace the images, you can tweak the colors to match your brand and things like that. So practical, the usability side of this is very clear. There were some frustrations from my end, and I honestly think that some of them come from the template. So whenever you're using things like this and you're frustrated with a template, try another one. It might not just be Squarespace in general. It could be the template or whatever is created that is limited or doesn't have as many features as what you want. So shop around, take a look at what's available to you. That's something that I'm learning right now, in that not everything is made the same from a template standpoint. So that's definitely something that I think is a limitation, because you are restricted to the templates that you are building on. It's not that easy to customize them. The layouts and whatnot you can tweak, but you definitely can feel that they're pushing you in a direction that everything's kind of pre-made. It's not necessarily as intuitive or easy to build it from scratch yourself. You definitely can, especially if you go into pages and you add a new page. You can do a blank page. You can add your own layouts. You can add your own design to it. I do like that they have like collections and you can share and sell and do all these things, and it makes it somewhat easier. I do believe that link, so like, I mean, this type of stuff for organization, for linking to external pages, I think you would use links if you wanted to like create a link for something in your menu, but you didn't want to have it all. I'm not quite sure how this would be used. I think it's if you have a link to something, but maybe it's not a page and you want to link to a specific section on a page, or if you want to link to an external site or something else like that, or maybe into like a scheduler or something like that. So it's useful. You don't have to create a full page just to link to it. You can have it go directly there. So overall, on that side of thing, I think it's very basic. Just my initial thoughts. It definitely, from using it, you can build it, you can set up quickly. It's intuitive. There's a lot of features that you can add. Limitations hit you pretty quick on what you can and cannot do. You're not going to be able to do things that are quite out of the box. It's mostly inside the box, right? So in terms of the technical side, you can do pretty much everything new from a basic website standpoint on integrations. The SEO is there if you want to add it. I mean, mostly SEO is about the research and the content and what you're doing. So just adding it to the website is the easiest part, but at least it's there and you can do that. And then going into just building a website, getting it set up, the long-term viability, from my perspective, is that a Squarespace is a good starter website, especially for businesses that don't have a ton of capital, or you're starting out building websites and you want something that's a little more limited, a little bit more restrictive. So you can build off of templates for clients that still give them a good website, still give them something that's usable, that's maintainable, but yet is not quite as sophisticated as you could get for other websites out there. I think Squarespace is a great place to start. Just from what I'm seeing here, I think it would be something that would be great in many respects for the small businesses. And I think that's the target market anyway for Squarespace. They're looking at photography businesses, small businesses, people who are artists, those niche, like creative areas that might not be nationwide or have such complexity on their websites that need them to do more than what is here. So overall, I do think that this website builder with Squarespace is a solid website builder for simple websites or websites for small businesses that don't need every option, but need a few options that work well and can really bring things together. All right, so that was my experience with Squarespace website builder, being able to really create a website from scratch, testing out the different features, how to add page, how do I check out the e-commerce, the design side of things, templates, just being able to bring it all together. I do know for a fact that this is a monthly subscription. If you want to unlock e-commerce, you're going to be spending anywhere from $20 to $30 to $40 a month on this. As like Wix, there's a tiered system. It's part of their business model. Take a look at their pricing. It could change by the time that you view this video, so I want you to take a look at their own website for that information. But know that the higher you pay, the more features that are unlocked, and you always want to make sure that you're looking into the basics of the terms and conditions and the pricing to ensure that the costs that are associated with a service like this. So Not a sponsor, not endorsed by Squarespace. This is an honest review from a website expert. And I really wanted to just kind of walk you through what it takes to get started from a basic standpoint. If you have any questions or comments or any other things that you would like to ask, please comment them below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward to creating other videos. And stay tuned for our next video, which is Squarespace right for you, and would I use it as a Squarespace expert? So stay tuned. I have other videos coming out, expert reviews Squarespace and is Squarespace right for you? And I also talk about the UX or the design of Squarespace and how they market it and talk about it, and does it live up to the hype? So thanks for tuning in, and see you soon.